Yes, so good morning, everyone. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. Okay. Yeah, I hope today you can hear me well.
Yeah, we can hear you well now.
Okay, so thank you. Yeah, so today we are starting a bit late. We had another meeting that was also using the same link, so that's why we're having need to delay a bit. But all the same, I think we're still on course. The only challenge that I can see today, we are very few. So I don't know, should we give the others like three more minutes? Let's maybe try to reach out through the WhatsApp and ask them to join so that we can all
Yeah.
move together. Yeah.
Okay.
So Yes, so yes, so good morning. I think we could start because I can't see the number improving. We're only 5, but still we are. I think we can call it a class so that we can use our time more economically. Yeah, so let me take this opportunity to welcome you to today's class, which basically have taken a new dimension about how to start up our business. And in this case, we're looking at digital marketing as one of the strategies that you need to have in place, even as also look at other ways of really establishing your business. Okay, further today, it's better we discuss this, then tomorrow we can then focus on being investor ready and then look at different options that you need to, that you can take to get funding for your business. So today we are mainly going to look at this digital approach towards sales, because actually that's where we are today. And basically find that if you look at every business today, usually trying to undergo some digital transformation, whereby they're trying to digitize all their operations and to ensure that they actually produce their products in such a way that people can be able to consume them in this digital economy, and of course be able to excel. So it's a very, very important topic for us to look at even as a startup. So the question is, what is digital marketing? Because maybe can start by having a quick conversation about that. What do you think is digital marketing? Hi, Dorothy. I'm sure you've one way or another been able to practice digital marketing. So we just want to put it in a context of a learning situation. How do you explain to somebody about digital marketing? And how do you think it's something that you must have for any business to succeed? And of course, maybe how do you use it? Hi, Dorothy. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, please. You can try.
Digital marketing for me is maybe selling things from online, internationally, or through the desktop, computers, mobile phones, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's you mean a way of being able to sell your services and goods through the internet? Oh, yeah, using digital devices or digital technology. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, sure. I think that's becoming norm of the day today, because we all know that today you try to make our life so easy so that you don't have really to, for example, you want to buy, for example, fries, and you're in the estate there, and maybe the nearest food joint that's available to you is within the town. So there's no need of you burning fuel to town. So you can always maybe do order your product online, and then it's delivered to you from wherever you are. Yeah, I think that's one way that you can look at digital marketing. Yeah, who else can want to contribute on that? Hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Yes, please. Yes, hi, Christine.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
Yeah, the question is about digital marketing. What do you understand by the term digital marketing in your own words or the way you think about
Um, digital marketing is where you use platforms like social media to market a business, to
it?
get a social, let's say a social media presence for your business. That's what I understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, use a digital platform to market your goods and services. That's right. So that you can be able to maybe, of course, try to create awareness about your product, and at the same time also try to be able to try to convince your clients about what you are really offering, with the intention of actually converting them into a sale. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's just a new concept of doing marketing. So ideally, as you've both said, I think is that aspect of using an online platform whereby you simply try to reach out to your clients, okay, for your business, and then you try to engage them. You start engaging, okay, so that you can create maybe interest about your product or your services, and then of course try to convince them so that they can be able to actually be able to buy your product. So it's more of a process of marketing that's done electronically. So of course you can either do that to maybe share your ideas, your products and services, as well as just a way of ensuring that you maintain a good relationship. Remember, we talked about when that funnel of customer acquisition funnel. When you're starting a business, of course, the one thing that you'll want to do that you'll want to have a very good funnel, whereby at the end of the day, when it reaches a point of converting into sales, at least you have got a good number of targeted clients actually converting into sales. So in that case, you find that you must have a very, very targeted approach to ensure that you're able to do that. And of course, today with the digital technology, you find that it provides different channels that you can actually use to reach out to your clients. Of course, using the available digital technologies. We talk about, for example, mobile phones and the internet. You find that they really enables you to do more of a targeted and a personalized marketing effort towards your specific plans. Of course, SMS, that means that if you have somebody's telephone number, you can simply send them a message direct to their phone. Maybe giving them information about the product, give information about what you really want to offer them, and or even conduct a survey with the client directly. So all these tools are available, because apart from other social media platforms, as well as the analytics, like Google Analytics, the search engine optimization, are just some of the tools that are readily available for us today for anyone in business space that can be able to exploit. The beauty about these tools and channels and technologies, you find that they're readily available. And it's something that, for instance, any startup can be able to actually uh, embrace and use them. So what we can simply say is that digital marketing helps us or provides a cost-effective way for startups, okay, to advertise their products and services, as well as also to build their brand and become actually have that presence within the market, locally as well as globally, and also be able to attract more leads to your products or services that you're offering digitally. Because once you become your presence is actually felt online, then you find that you can be able to attract a lot of clients who can be able to get interest, and then you can convert them into sales. So, of course, being a startup, you find that you have so many challenges that are really facing you up. Okay. Of course, you've got issues of coming up with a product solution fit, product market fit. You're also trying to come up with a model fit for your business because you're still at experimental level. So it's more of an experimental business. That's why you call it startup. So you are really not sure about what you want to do. And of course, the other challenge is that, of course, as much as you're also trying to come up, you also have the challenges. You've got very high competition outside there. Of course, with you being so a bit disadvantaged because you don't have maybe experience, you don't have, of course, the required resources, but you want to meet the others outside there. So, of course, if you go the traditional way, that can really be a tall order for you as a startup. But you find that the beauty about technology is that it creates a level playing ground whereby anybody can be able to tap into it, whether you are a blue chip company or an individual. You find that all of you can be able to actually use this space and then be able to do it, to start pushing your own marketing efforts. So that's the beauty about technology. And that's why it's important for us as startups that we also look at how do we capitalize on the available digital platforms to actually ensure that we really position ourselves in the market so that we are get known, as well as also be able to attract more clients to our businesses. Yeah, so maybe before I move to the next slide, maybe just to open up our minds, that's also a good way of thinking. And has anybody ever thought about that? How they can be able to use digital platform to get exposed or to get clients? Or anybody who's already doing that, maybe can also share with us. Yes.
Maybe I can share.
Yeah.
I've been trying to market on social media, but I think it's not that easy to constantly be creating like 3-4 posts a day. So I've not been active so much, but I have actually tried on TikTok to share videos, share pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've gotten a few clients from that. Even on WhatsApp, actually. I've gotten clients from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a very good story. It's actually giving us some lights about find that, of course, maybe it's something that you might not really think about it, but you find that if you try it, you find that it actually works. It has been able to at least gain some clients through Facebook. Of course, we all know that most people normally go to Facebook just maybe to socialize and to do whatever they want to do. But you find that it's a place whereby you can actually be able to do a sale. So like the Facebook, they've got the marketplace page whereby you can go there, you find people are selling different products. And you find that if you can simply do that intentionally, then or strategically, then you find that you can be able to actually get clients. So you find that usually the challenge is that, of course, there's the issue about credibility, people trusting what you're selling and all that. Of course, being an open market, those challenges will be there. But ideally, at the same time, if you can really come up with a strategy of approaching these social medias and apply the required tactics, then you find that you can actually be able to attract more clients. So, of course, you find that digital platforms, they can actually help us to make us to become discoverable. You find that, for instance, as a startup, maybe you're working from a house, you don't have even a plan to do produce your products, but you want people to start buying your products. So you can make people to discover your products from wherever you are really located. So, of course, if you can take advantage of, for example, of websites or blogs, you can make people to start reading about you. You can start posting things on Facebook. You can start creating YouTube videos. Of course, all these are just avenues for which you can actually use to start informing the public or the people that you're really targeting. And of course, if you come up with the right content that really fits into the needs of these potential consumers of your content, you find that you can actually convert all of them to become your clients. So there are different ways which you can do that. You can use, for example, social media platforms, which most of them are free. Of course, you don't need to pay anything. The only thing that you need to do is just to get a way of accessing to the platforms. You just need to have maybe a smartphone, okay? And then you're able to open an account, and then you can simply create a profile for your product. And then you start using, posting that, sharing that profile with your people that are close to you, who can help you also to share through the products, okay, through the networks. So of course, it's just one way of really creating that you can simply explore to get that recognition within the market. So of course, by also knowing how best to post your posts, I think this is another thing that you also need to look at. Of course, if it's done well, then you can be able to achieve maximum results from any social media marketing campaigns. We also have other free online tools like blogs and vlogs and podcasts, whereby you can simply open up your own blog and start posting there your content, informing people about, of course, different aspects or different issues that are affecting them, and then of course creating some maybe putting there some call to action that leads to a landing page that simply talks about your product, whereby once they reach there, of course, you're able to convert them into your clients. So all these are different ways of trying to capture the attention of your clients online. So you don't need to become an expert when you're starting. You can start because you basically understand what your products are. You know what kind of clients you're trying to get, and of course, the only thing is that you just need to optimize your content so that you don't really overload what you're trying to put across, but you make sure that it really goes direct to what you need to talk about. So, and at that point there, of course, you can always look for somebody to assist you, to of course, to come up with, for example, captions that can be able to capture the attention of your clients. So therefore, digital marketing therefore has got a lot of benefits to you as a startup. One, it helps you to get in control, to get in touch with your clients, whereby you can start having that one-on-one interaction with them, know their preferences, to know what they like. Of course, really contributing to the lean startup approach, whereby you can always get their feedback immediately. And once you put their product, you can ask them to like, put comments, okay, to get that. So you find that you can actually start learning about your product online. And of course, it's not limited to your geographical location. You can do that globally, okay, so that you can be able to know exactly what are the insights of your potential clients. And of course, it also helps you to build a brand, online brand. Of course, we know that a brand is everything. It's the image of what you stand for, is the image of your product, is the image of your organization, and it's something that really needs to be protected. And it's because it's actually the thing that creates, of course, that creates the face of your organization, that people there will really want to perceive about your products and how you really produce them. It's something that anybody will want to get associated with it. So it's something that's very, very important for you to do as an entrepreneur. So you find that digital marketing simply helps us to quickly come up with a brand. Okay. Of course, we can test our brand and then also fine tune it and make sure that it really fits to the target market that we're looking at. So therefore, when you want to engage into digital marketing as a startup, of course, these are just some few things that you need to, first of all, put into consideration. Number one is that you must understand the business and the products that you really want to sell. Of course, being the founder, I think you're supposed to be in the best position to understand exactly what you want to do. You must understand the value proposition that you're presenting to your clients, because based on the outcomes that you have really obtained from the human-centered design approach of product development and lean startup approach. So I found that at this point, you're supposed to be well conversant with your products and the markets that you're really trying to address. So you need to understand the market. Of course, nobody talked about the design thinking approach, whereby you come up with a market segment and then you develop a persona. Okay, just try to understand exactly what does this, how does these clients, what are the pains and what are the gains for these specific clients, of course, and use it as a way of trying to come up with your value propositions, okay, competitive value propositions within that specific target market that you're looking at. And of course, it's also important that you understand your competitors, who they are. Look at the different ways in which you can actually measure your competitiveness compared to them. Of course, depending on the type of products that they have, pricing model, you can talk about convenience, talk about, for instance, the market, the perceptions and all that. So all those things need to be put into consideration as you try to get into the digital market, because they actually help you to plan and then start thinking about what you need to in place before you can start marketing. And then, of course, we have got building your online presence or your brand. Brand is very, very important. Brand is everything that you need to do, because once you get online, the only thing that you can promote online is your brand. So you start marketing your brand and your products, so that people can be able to know your products, start associating themselves with your product, and of course start appreciating, okay, the products, even as they start becoming loyal to your your enterprises. So it's something that's very, very important. And then, of course, remember we say that we are living in a data-driven economy where data is key. So we need to understand all the insights about our clients, to know what their feelings, what is it that they like, of course, understand their dynamics, their buying habits and all that, because that can also help us to continue improving our tactics, as well as ensuring that we really coming up with ways of ensuring that our products are well aligned to the needs of the clients. Yeah, so with that in mind, we find that it's important that even as you start as a startup, that you come up with a clear digital marketing strategy, because today there's where the clients are found. They don't, okay, you know, in past we've known that they're found in shops, but today they're also found online. Because so it's important that we really look at this approach of marketing with a very, very, very specific and targeted approach towards taking our products to the clients. So, of course, for any effort that you will want to do, of course, you must ensure that it's very, very, it's very objective. You must got very objective goals and smart objectives. Of course, so that you ensure that you don't really waste your time, okay, as you get to the market. So, of course, the main objective should be to find the most ideal customers as so that as you start working with them, then you can start think about how you can be able to increase to acquire more customers. So of course, we have said that it's important to first know your competitors, who they are, know what their upper hands are. So you need to compare your case and what they are offering. So in whatever area that you're working with, it's important that you do that. Okay, look at these big companies. Of course, their competitiveness is because they have money, they can run paid campaigns and adverts. That could be their competitiveness. But the rest of it, you find that it all depends on creativity. It all depends on the content. So it's for you as a startup. Therefore, you can always think about how you can be able to do that. So most important is for you to understand exactly how digital marketing works, and also to understand exactly what you need to come up with a digital marketing team. Of course, once you are able to do that, then you find that, of course, there are different efforts that all combine together and work to ensure that digital marketing works. So it's just for you to start thinking about, for example, and you want to have a digital marketing, that we need to have somebody to direct all the efforts for digital marketing. Of course, developing the strategy and also executing the digital marketing. And for you as a startup, of course, this is just something that you can think about at it as yourself, as being the project manager for digital marketing, because you might not be able to get somebody to do it. But if you're also lucky to get somebody to help you to do it, then the better. You can simply get somebody who you can actually give the responsibility of acting as the project manager for digital marketing. Then, of course, you need to have somebody who should be able to support you in developing your brand. Okay, we are just going to talk about a brand very shortly. Of course, the brand, it's not something that is easily created or developed, as we might think. You find that it's something that requires a lot of insights, a lot of thinking. Of course, it involves about visioning, thinking about what you want to do. And then you can come up with some form of colors or, yeah, that you can actually use to capture your vision, to capture what you want to do, and maybe associate it with, of course, with your target clients. So it's a very, very, uh, it requires a lot of input to come up with the proper brand that that any person will want to get associated to it. Then we have got the issues to do with design, and then content writing and analytics. So analytics just to be being able to measure how well you're performing on the online digital space. The good thing about the analytics that you find that most of these online platforms, like of course social medias, talk about search engine, they also provide those analytics so that you can be able to know exactly how many people have visited your website. You can be able to want to know how many people have shown or searched for your product. So those are some of the insights that you can be able to use to get the feedback for your product. Then design and content writing, you find that it's more of a creative effort. Of course, it requires one to have some other skills to be able to do that. So you being a startup, you might not be able to get, you might not be having these skills. For those who are creative, they can do that. For those who are not, then you can always think about getting somebody like a graphic designer, a content writer, just to help you to keep on writing content, posting the relevant content to the media, so that you can actually be able to ensure that your presence is actually felt. So as a startup, therefore, you need to have a plan how you are going to do this. Of course, the plan will depend on the nature of your business, your target group and location, your budget, your objective, and then the strategy that you're going to use. Either you're going to use organic or organic is whereby it just happens naturally. Inorganic is whereby you promote your marketing campaigns through some paid up, okay, subscriptions, whereby you pay up for ads or something like that online, and then you find that because of you have paid for it, then your product is pushed. Okay, the platforms are able to support you to push. Yeah, so of course, if you look at these images here, you find that they give us an impression about something. Yeah. Yeah, maybe anybody who can tell us anything about these three pictures. Yeah. Who can try? I'm sure you know these three people. Yeah.
I think what comes to mind is they have brands that are known.
Okay.
Moi, Nyayo, Abdul book WhatsApp. Is this his job? I'm not sure. But I'm
Which
sure he
one?
has a book. The last one.
The last one.
Some brands
Okay.
that are known.
Yeah, you can see that the first one you really associate with it. Still, I'm sure for some of us who grew up at some time, we're really associated with that rungu. Yeah, it used to give us some symbolism about our our nationhood. Ndio, as Kenyans, fimbo ya Nyayo. Yeah, so it used to be a fimbo of Nyayo. It was like a brand for the second president of Kenya, that is Daniel Arap Moi. Yeah, so and it really worked for him. Then you're saying these other two gentlemen, who are they?
It's Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook and WhatsApp.
Yes. Okay.
And then I think or Apple. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yes, there is Steve Jobs, the founder for what? For the Apple. Huh? Yeah. So of course, all of them, they have had impact on the globally, because when I look at them, of course, you're able to see something about them. And of course, if you look at the way the graphics have been put, okay, they've been designed in such a way that they portray they put their portraits in such a way that they have got some symbolism that when you look at them, of course, you can be able to associate them with the specific thing they're doing. So you find that even you as a business person, it's also important that you you really you really ensure that you are but also you're also able to get some association. People can be able to. Sorry for that interruption. So the brand is actually everything that you need.
Hey, we're going to look at the first step to going digital, staking your claim online. You've got lots of options for building a digital presence, including things like local listings, websites, mobile apps, and social media. If you get these basics right, it could make a world of difference. These days, it's easy for anyone to make a home online. But while a website might be the first thing that comes to mind, you don't necessarily need to start there. Let's say, for example, you're a hairdresser. Your first step to finding customers online and being found online might be to list your shop in local online directories like Google My Business. Then when someone searches Google for hairdressers in your area, you'll appear in the results, no website required. You could also start a Facebook page to give potential customers a glimpse into your business and what you can do.
Mr. Charles, hakuna sauti.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
You want people to find you on the web. You need to stake your claim online.
Sorry.
That can be in a listing for a local business directory.
It's better now.
Presence on a social media site, a simple website, or one with e-commerce.
Yeah, we can hear. But can you return it to the end, like some few steps back?
Okay. Okay, that's not me. There must be so many calls.
You haven't played. Mr. Charles, it's not playing.
It could make a world of difference. These days, it's easy for anyone to make a home online. But while a website is the first time, you don't necessarily need to start there. Let's say, for example, you're a hairdresser. Your first step to finding customers online and being found online might be to list your shop in local online directories like Google My Business. Then when someone searches Google for hairdressers in your area, you'll appear in the results, no website required. You could also start a Facebook page to give potential customers a glimpse into your business and what you can do, like photos or videos of some happy customers with great hairstyles that you've created. If this is all a bit much, don't worry. We've got loads of videos here to help you explore social media in more detail. There's a lot you can do without a website, but at some point, you might want to build a home of your own on the web. A one-stop shop where your customers can easily find everything they need to know about you online. Great, let's get going. The most important thing is to start to plan your site, to think about what you want people to do there. For example, do you want them to ring you? If so, include your phone number prominently on every page. Perhaps you want them to find your physical shop. Well, include a map and driving directions. Maybe you want them to make appointments online. That's a feature that you can build in. Or lastly, you might want them to actually buy products from you online by placing an order or submitting a payment. That's called e-commerce. And there are a range of options from simple to more complex that we'll discuss in more detail in other videos.
Yeah, so thank you for that video. Of course, I had a number of calls, but I hope you've been able to get some insights about what the speaker there is talking about. Yeah, so of course, maybe just to start a discussion, what is it that maybe we've got from that? Dorothy, I can see you are very keen about the video.
Okay, I just understand that I can log in without paying the online, but do I use that? It's your the what do we call that? Where do I go to get that app? Then I start logging into that.
Okay, yeah. So I think now the question is, where do you get the app and how do you get login? Yeah, because that's the challenge. But you've actually seen the possibilities that are there. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can come up with a blog, you can come up with a shop, and you can just have people going there to find. You can be able to enable them to know who you are, know where to find you, know your location, and even it can also enable people to do payments that's online. That means that it can simply make your business become very, very easy to deal with it. So, but the question is, how do you do it? course, I think there's a challenge that, of course, most of us maybe might be having, okay? Trying to think, how is it possible? How can it be done? But the good news is that you find that all these things are just with us within our hands, okay? We all have, for example, a mobile phone, a smart mobile phone. And that smart mobile phone is a very, very powerful tool that you can start using it without necessarily going to even getting somebody to support you. For example, you want people to locate you. You can simply share your PIN location. We all know how to share our PIN location using WhatsApp. Sio ni sawa?
Yeah, that is okay. Yeah.
We want to maybe market our product. You can simply use your smartphone to take a photo, a snapshot, and then you can share it in WhatsApp. The way we do share our content in WhatsApp, the same way we can also share our content in Facebook. Okay, you can share our content in TikTok. You can share our content in any other platform that's there. So you find that when he talks about just logging in, it's free. He's talking about a platform like TikTok, talking about a platform like Facebook. You find that you don't need to pay anything. You simply need to go and create a profile, open an account, you create a profile, and then you start now engaging the potential users who are already there on the platform. So it is as good as that. So when you talk about online presence, of course, he's talked about websites, blogs. We have got online directories. We have got review sites whereby maybe you can have your products listed on some sites where they can actually be reviewed and be compared to others. And of course, at that point, you can be able to learn about your competitive advantage. I'm sure you must have also done that at times. Before you buy any product, you always want to see the reviews for a given product to see what people are saying about it. And of course, it's one way that can really help you to really boost your product within the market. We have got using of the mobile apps. You talked about that, whereby you can have an app specifically for your business and then have it installed on the Google Play. And then people can simply go there and then they download the app. And then using this app, you can have one-on-one interaction with their clients. And of course, if you also go to the internet, you're going to find that there are so many networks that you can really take advantage. You've got professional networks, you've got communities, we have got social networks. So you can also use these networks, for depending on the nature of your business, to also to really penetrate into the market. So you find that it actually provides you a big template that you can simply use for your business. So the most important thing is, how do you present yourself in the market? How do you position yourself in the market? So of course, as a business or a startup, we find that the branding is very, very important because what the brand does is that it helps you to get an identity. Okay? Identity, of course, people can be able to know exactly uh, who you are and of course what you stand for. And based on that, it can help them to also build that confidence and the trust
Hello guys. Charles has some network issues, but he's trying to fix. So let's give him like a bit of time before he rejoins.
Sorry for that interruption. Sorry, I don't know why it happened. All my new are not working. I've been able to secure some bundles for my phone. So sorry for that interruption. So we're saying that a brand is like everything that you need to really guard as a startup, because it helps you to have an identity, an attribute about your products, the vision, and all that. So we find that when it comes to promoting your products or yourselves online, then of course you must combine the two things. That is, you must have a brand, and then you also need to promote now that branding. You market the brand so that clients can be able to associate with it. So it simply requires you to go through some form of a process of planning for your digital marketing. So as a startup, of course, it's important that you really come up with a brand. Of course, depending on the product that you really want to take it to the market, you find that with digital technologies or digital marketing, it's actually possible for you to do that, because there's a lot of tools that you can simply explore. Remember that guy there who was trying to illustrate to us that all these tools are available for you. So you can start, you can use your website as a way of simply promoting your brand online. So like, for instance, the way you create your landing page or your website, you find that you'll be able to demonstrate exactly what you are doing. So of course, the idea should be very conspicuous on the first page. Like you can see these pictures, right? They're showing that it's simply communicating something that's really associated to whatever that you need. For example, like the first screen there is about coding, of course, about technology. So if when somebody goes there, will just know that, of course, this is the right site for coding, and of course, get interested in it. So for you as a startup, of course, you can start that by either coming up with a website or an online shop for your products. Okay. We have got a number of templates that are available online. Of course, they're not very expensive. You can use some open source platforms to develop your website, or CMS to develop your website. And of course, these websites, they normally come with some templates that you can simply pick and plug into the website. And then you simply create your shop, your online shop for your products. And this can be a starting point for your business. So you come up with a shop like this, where you really put there your products. Of course, you get somebody to design it very well for you so that you can be able to capture what you want to do. And then, of course, you need to have a logo to stand for your, for example, your brand. You need to have a logo or some simple that can be able to show your identity, so that people, when they go there, of course, they know that they are at C Naturals, for example, shop. So they should be able to capture that feeling that they're there on their website, so that again they cannot doubt the website. Of course, we know very well that online, again, you've got so many other fake people who always try to con people money. So you find that a brand can really help you to become credible online, and also ensure that you really you trust with your clients, so that whenever they go there, then they can be able to access your services. So we have got certain platforms that are credible, that you can get somebody or a good webmaster that can help you to come up with an online store. We have got platforms like WordPress, which is basically an open platform. And of course, it's mainly used, it's very popular on the market as just one way of trying to come up with your website. So there are many others that you can also choose. So of course, as you start thinking about your brand, there are very, very important things that you need to think about. So of course, you need to think about your mission. What is your vision? What is it that you want to do in business? Of course, what is that you're trying to sell? Who are your clients? Okay, that you really want to offer your services to. And then, of course, you also need to understand your competitors. You need to know them. There are those that you can choose to collaborate with them, maybe want to associate your products with their products. And then we have got those that you might really be giving you a stiff competition. But you find that all in all, it's always good for you to go nearer to products with similar characteristics. Why? Because you find that when buyers come, they like going to a place whereby they find similar products. And of course, then they can be able to compare your product and other products, and see, of course, what are the unique selling point, how competitive your products are, talk about quality issues. Of course, you just need to know how you can be able to position your product so that you can compete with your competitors. So you should not really fear competitors. Actually, today we talk about collaboration. So, or we talk about strategic alliance. Try to find out the best way of going to the market, whereby you can, there are those, for example, other products that you can really go with them to the market. Like we always have this use of the Blue Band and the Super Loaf bread. So of course, the guys of Blue Band know very well that if you eat more bread, wako na soko kubwa ya Blue Band. And the Super Loaf guys, they also know that if you take their loaf and then put Blue Band, people are going to take more loaf. So you find that it's more of a win-win approach. So even as you also look at your business, you also need to look at it from that point of view, so that you don't really look at it from high competition, but you try to see which competitors can I start working with. So when you create your brand, of course, it really means that you need to have to do a lot of marketing for your brand. Okay, there's that aspect of creating the brand, because the brand is it involves some also technical expertise. You need to get somebody to work for you for a brand, how you're going to package your products. Of course, talk about even the websites. We have got what you call digital branding, the colors, digital assets, and all that. So you need to think about how you're going to brand all those things. And you find that branding guys normally have an organization to come up with the way in which they want to put their products. So you can always get a graphic designer to do for you that, so that you can come up with a brand for you. So you can have this session with them, and then they can help you to develop a brand. Then once you have this brand, then of course now the other task that you'll have is to ensure that you really market your brand. So that means that you fake it until you make it becomes true. So in that case, you must have some marketing campaign efforts. Really try to ensure that at least your presence is felt online. So in this case, either you're using Facebook, maybe you need to start monitoring the number of views, how many people like your products, how many people maybe normally read your posts. You find that those are some of the metrics that you can actually use to measure the success of your your marketing campaign. So when it comes to now marketing of your brands, it's important that you understand what you call the POEM model. That is, we have got the paid, owned, and media approach to digital marketing. So paid approach is whereby you really have to dip into your pocket and then make some investments on some of these digital platforms so that they can be able to promote your products, okay, through campaigns. So, for example, you want to introduce a new product on the market, then you can simply choose to use the paid app services either on Facebook or on TikTok, whatever platform that you're trying to do. The issue is because once you pay them, then of course they are going to make sure that of course they give your ads a priority so that they can really be able, most of your targets can be able to get the app. And the beauty about digital marketing is that it helps you to do more of a personalized targeting. You can actually determine which type of target audience do you want to target, their location, the even timings. What time do you want them to get the ads and all that? So you find that you can really come up with a very targeted marketing campaign using paid up ads, paid up services on these social media platforms. And that can really help you to promote your products, especially when you really want to introduce your product or you want to launch your product. You can simply choose to use that. Then the other approach is maybe okay, of course, you can use things like even search engine optimizations and marketing, whereby you also pay search engine platform like, for example, Google. You can also pay so that when somebody goes to make a search, you find that your product will always appear among the first ones. So those are just some of the tactics that you can use to promote your product online. So the other approach is whereby you can choose to use the organic way, whereby you don't pay, but you simply create very engaging content on the social media about your product, and then you start sharing with with the other online users. And of course, in that case, you can be able to reach out to 1,000 and even 1,000,000 users for your product. So if when those are just tactics that you can always use to apply when it comes to digital marketing. So you create content and then you start posting on online platform. Of course, that can really help you to do that. So you find that before you can do that, of course, you also need to get some bit of marketing skill, what you can call refer to them as digital marketing mix, whereby you try to apply different strategies for different targets and for different timings and for different reasons. So you need to know what should I use, where, when, and what time. Okay, so it's important that you start also thinking about that. Like for instance, you can think about, for example, using blogs. And you can use blogs, for example, to do what you call content marketing. So what you do is that you simply create very engaging content whereby you come up with very interesting topics that people will really want to learn and search about. And of course, in the process, you also direct them to your products. So that can also be one way of creating leads. Then you've talked about e-commerce websites. Of course, you can come up with a website whereby, or an online store whereby you can start selling your products. But of course, if you really want people to have more trust with your store, you must ensure that you have quite a number of products, because it really doesn't make sense if I go to a website and only buy only one kind of an item. So it will have a variety of products, so that people can also feel that they're given allowances to do what, make choices and to browse. But if you just go to a store where you only find one kind of a product, then it becomes also a bit tricky. So it's an issue that we need to think about it. It's good to have an online market, but ensure that, again, you give your audience that flexibility to make a decision on what they want to buy. So those are just some of the types of, because you can integrate all these medias together. You can use WhatsApp, you can share them with the other social media. So I find that the good thing about social media is that it's very, very easy to share. So long as you come up with a very, very good captions, then you can always share them from one point to another. So, but of course, the most entry point that you can think about is the social media, because this is where most people are today. Of course, if you really want to get, for example, the Gen Zs, you can only go to social media. Not even Gen Zs, but even all generations that are currently there, both the natives as well as the some of us who are not natives, aliens. You find that all of us, we're actually consuming data that's coming through social media. And of course, anything that goes with the digital mobile phone, it also has a more upper hand when it comes to marketing. Then we have got what we call affiliate marketing, whereby you can simply build your brand and increase your visibility by simply associating yourself, okay, with certain, of course, certain already big brands or products that are already there. I've talked about that. Of course, you can start talking about other products or do some other reviews and all that. You find that all those are different, some of different tactics that you can simply use to really promote your products. So the key thing about this is that, of course, you must ensure that you've got quality content, of course, that's ready to post onto your that you are choosing. Of course, you can have them to be uniform. Whatever you're posting on for example, Facebook, Twitter, and all these platforms should be able to, all of them should be somehow consistent, and of course show some form of uniformity, so that you ensure that at least there's no way somebody can doubt your brand. So the brand should be very consistent, so that there's no space for anybody to start doubting your posts. And of course, all of them should, of course, be geared towards what you call landing pages for your business, because at the end of the day, after you put there the content should be able to direct your potential buyers to a point whereby they can be able to learn more about the product and then make that decision either to purchase or to show interest or to subscribe to your services, so that they can continue getting more and more ads or more information about your products. So on every page that you create, of course, you must have what you call call to action button. Click here, apply here, buy now, so that you give them information, but you really call the clients, okay, so that they can be able to take an action about what they really want to buy. And of course, the best way to do that, or when coming up with the content, is to try as much as possible to come up with stories, okay? Come up with very, very interesting stories about issues that are really affecting people. Remember, we talked about design thinking approach, whereby you start by understanding the problems, okay? that people are facing. That is their pains and their gains. So you find that you can create a lot of stories around their pains and around their gains. And of course, when you write stories in those areas, you find that they will always users will always be willing to quickly get associated with it. And of course, it will attract them so that they can show interest to your websites or your blogs or your postings. And of course, therefore, gain more insights about the products. And of course, your main objective is to convert them, okay, into sales by having some call of action. So those are just some of the stories that you can always use to approach your clients. So you can see there's a triangle there. So you start by looking at the pains, okay, and then you move towards the gains. That triangle just shows how the approach that you can simply use when you're coming up with stories. So you give them this information bit by bit. Okay, today we are talking about this problem. We talk about the problem because people will want to know more about that problem because people don't like problems. So because they don't like problems, they always like to know more about what they don't like. Okay, so you start with the pains, and then as you move on, you can have an episode, okay, of about an idea, that's something that you want to talk about, something that you're trying to address, or a story that you're trying to build by your product. And then you can come up with a series of episodes until now you talk about the final game, just like the way a movie works. So in that process, you find that you can be able to pull a lot of users, okay, online, who can start working with you. And of course, most of them, once they start becoming loyal to you online, of course, they start associating with your products. Because I like so and so, I like the way he talks about his product. They get that confidence, okay, about your products, and then they start buying the product. So those are just some of the ways that you can simply ensure that, of course, you have got a large following online. So you have had people talking about online followers and all that. Of course, most GCs, they talk about influencers and all that. Of course, that can also be another way that you can take it. But for us as entrepreneurs, we can really capitalize on all these opportunities, okay, and use them to translate into into sales, and of course increase our cash flows. Okay. Yeah, so I think so. Of course, we can come up with different ways of measuring our efforts, the number of leads generated per month, the number of online sales per month. Okay, those are some of the things that you can start looking at to see whether your efforts are really making they're giving birth to some fruits or not. You can also look at social engagement, like how many people like your post, how many people have shared your post, how many followers have you made, keywords ranking. For example, when you're searching the internet, you can always search and see the ranking of your products. Does it always come to number one? It's always now number 50 or number 60. So you can think about that as ways of trying to measure the performance of your business. So those are just some of the tactics that you can simply use as a startup to help you to start moving your products to online. Yeah, so I think I'll stop there. So I'll open up the session to anybody with a comment or a question to ask before we can end the session. Hi, Juliet. Juliet, are you there? Or you at the trade fair?
Yes, yes, yes.
At the trade fair?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so you can tell us something about digital marketing. Of course, like for your product, you said you're targeting university students. And of course, these people it's very hard for you to find them in shops and in public places. The only place you can find them, I think, is online. Yeah. So have you tried this approach of trying to reach them using a digital marketing tool? Hi, Juliet, have you tried? Maybe you can share with us your experience.
No, I've not tried.
You have not tried. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What has made you not to try it? Is it because you have not just you feel that you should not just try, or maybe you feel that maybe it doesn't really add any value to your business? Could there be anything that has really made you not to try?
I don't really have
How
that
do
I'm saying I don't have like main
okay.
reason why I've not, but I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good that I think it's good that you also give it a try. See if you can be able to help you to penetrate into your target market. Yeah. Betty, do you have anything that you can share with us before we end the session? Hi, Betty. Okay. Yeah. Dorothy, Betty, I let Betty. If you are speaking, you are muted, Betty. Yes, maybe she is not in a position to talk. Dorothy, are you able to say something?
Yeah, Charles, I can talk, but
Okay.
okay,
So
thanks
yes.
for the class today. About the digital, I've not tried before because I thought it is only you have to pay, then you can advertise all that. But at least today I've learned that there are some sites that you can do that without paying. So I'll try that.
Wow. So yeah, maybe I wish maybe we can give you further support on how you can be able to utilize the organic approach, whereby you don't need to pay anything. Like you can just create a Facebook page for your products, for your business, and that's it. And of course, you just put there your click to action buttons, whereby you lead them to your website. You find that in that case, you can simply use this page to reach out to clients, educate your clients, and also build a community as well as a network of clients, okay, who will come to know about your product. And you can use this platform to really to engage them, okay, to know their insights, to know what they need, of course, as you also try to improve your product and position your product on the market to ensure that it's highly competitive. So it's just a way of a way of marketing that really does not require much effort, much investment, as compared to this other conventional way of marketing. Yes. So thank you, Dorothy, for that feedback. Yeah. So we can always organize. We can organize for maybe specific labs on how you can use different tools like Facebook, or see what they have offering. TikTok, what they have on offering, and then on Twitter at the same time as other networks like LinkedIn. So you can also be able to use those networks maybe for professional community building and networking, so that you can be able to really promote your brands, okay, and your products, as well as also a way of also building confidence for the investors. So because when people start perceiving your business enterprise positively and associating it positively, you find that it really helps it also to have that image that will actually enable to grow, okay, and to scale. and therefore build the required confidence that you need to do with the main investors. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. So we'll end there. So we hope tomorrow we'll not be having much disruption as we had them today. I just want to wish you all the best. So just sit down and then try to think about your business. Think of how you will want your business to penetrate to the market using digital marketing. Of course, you need to identify your key target market. You need to identify their value proposition to the target market, and then think about the tactics, okay, that you are going to use. So how you the tactics that you're going to use to approach to that specific market. So of course, tactics means how you're going to mix between, for example, Facebook, blogs, the website, e-commerce. So all those are tactics. So you just need to know what are you going to use. And of course, you find that each and every platform has got its own advantages over the other one. So, of course, there's what Facebook can do well. There's what TikTok can do well. There's also what Twitter can do well. And of course, each and every tactic, again, you find it has got also a specific target audience. So it also helps you to know exactly what you're going to, the kind of information that you're going to pass to each and every target market segment should be very specific and well aligned to the understanding and the needs of your niche market. Of course, what sounds good to maybe all people who are farmers in the rural area may not really be appealing to the youthful students at the university. Is what the university students will want to hear, is what they want to see, is what they want to actually associate with. The same also applies to the other. So that's all that you need to look at it. Otherwise, wish you all the best. Let's meet tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
So, okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Bye.